In 2021, Tennessee's Governor Bill Lee proposed legislation that would address pandemic lost learning. And with that, they have a test called TCAP that basically tests reading proficiency and language art readiness. Now, Memphis Shelby County Schools said that due to that new legislation that may be passed this year, they're saying that over 2,000 of their third graders will be left behind because they are not up to par. Now, in Memphis, they have a testing system called iReady to see how their students will perform on the state test. So the TCAP is the state test. The iReady is Memphis's test to see how they will do. Now, it is like a one-time testing thing that could fail all of those students and have them be held back if they do not participate in some sort of tutoring or summer school program. Now, the governor is saying we will give funding for that, but if the students do not participate, they will not be moving to the fourth grade. Now, it is said that about 78% of third graders in Tennessee will be held back. And of that, 80% of that could be Black, Latino, and Native Americans. And so a lot of people are upset saying, well, it's not fair. The students never rebounded from the pandemic because you guys know during the pandemic, students were not able to go to school. They were doing what they call distance learning, where the teacher would be on a computer with them. And then I guess some of that too, they would have to kind of self-study. And so they're saying that is where the pandemic learning loss took place. All right. Now I will say this. Yeah, it's going to kind of suck to have almost 3,000 third graders in Memphis alone be held back. But what part of that is the parent responsible for? With Google and YouTube being free, there is no reason to not be able to teach your child how to read. And I think third grade is kind of late to be learning how to read. I don't know, maybe it's me, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's kind of late. But yeah, do you think that your child should be passed forward if they cannot read? Now, of course, they're charging this to the Republicans because in Tennessee, they got a lot going on that they're being accused of being anti, right? But I don't know. I just think it kind of makes sense that your third grader should be able to read, because what happens is then you keep passing children that are not proficient in, I guess, the basics. Then what happens when they become an adult? They become illiterate adults, functionally illiterate adults. That's kind of an oxymoron, but that's kind of what they become. And so I don't know. I think we should spend more time advocating that our children know how to read. And since it says that 80% of Black, brown, and Native American children will be in that fallout, I think we should take up the helm and teach our own Black children how to read at home. So that way, when they go to school, it would just be an enhancement, right? So y'all tell me what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.